there's a quiet truth we all begin to feel as the years pass, a truth that whispers to us when we misplace our glasses or forget the name of a familiar face. It's the gentle realization that our minds, like our bodies, are not as quick or as certain as they once were. And yet, for all the talk about aging and decline, there's another side to this story, one filled with hope, with resilience, and with possibility. Because while we often think of exercise as something that keeps our joints loose or our hearts healthy, few of us truly understand the quiet, profound ways it nourishes the brain, especially in the later chapters of life. The beauty of it is that these benefits don't come from grueling routines or sweat-drenched marathons. They come from something as simple as movement, a walk around the block, a few stretches in the morning light, or even dancing gently to a song that brings back memories. And when we move, our minds move with us, waking up old circuits, forging new paths, and quietly rebuilding from the inside out. In this soft light of understanding, we invite you to take a closer look, not just at the body's response to motion, but at the brain's surprising transformations in the presence of consistent activity. These aren't just improvements, they are gifts, quietly unfolding over time, like a candle burning steadily through the evening hours. So as we journey together through these reflections, let each point be a gentle nudge, a reminder that it's never too late to move, to grow, and to reconnect with the self you've always carried within. And before we begin, we warmly invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel Lantern of Time, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future moments of reflection. Now, let's explore the 7 unexpected ways that exercise supports the brain, especially after 60. 1. Exercise grows new brain cells. One of the most astonishing truths of neuroscience is that even in later life, the brain retains its ability to grow. This isn't just poetic, it's biological. Deep within the hippocampus, the region responsible for memory and learning, lies the capacity for neurogenesis, the birth of new brain cells. For decades, scientists believed that this process stopped in childhood, but we now know that's not the case. The simple act of moving, walking briskly, swimming, or even tending a garden, can stimulate this process. The trigger is something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. It's a protein that acts like fertilizer for the brain, encouraging the growth of new neurons and protecting the ones already there. This growth doesn't just stay buried in biology, it translates into lived experience. Seniors who engage in regular, moderate physical activity often report improved memory, clearer focus, and a more positive outlook. It's not magic, it's the natural consequence of nurturing the brain through mindful motion. When we move our bodies, we send a message to our brains that we still intend to use them, that we are not done learning or remembering or experiencing the world with wonder. Imagine, then, what it means to tie your shoes for a morning walk and unknowingly spark the growth of brand new brain cells. It turns each simple step into an act of renewal. In a world that often speaks of aging as decline, movement becomes our quiet revolution, our declaration that something is still growing inside us, still learning, still full of light. 2. Movement boosts mood and emotional balance. There's a profound link between how we move and how we feel, and nowhere is this more evident than in the golden years. While it's true that aging brings its share of challenges, one of the most subtle yet powerful allies we have is movement. When we engage in physical activity, the body releases endorphins, those natural chemicals that lift our spirits and ease our minds. But more than that, exercise helps regulate other key mood-related chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, both of which are often depleted in older adults. This natural balancing act can bring surprising emotional relief. Many seniors quietly struggle with feelings of sadness or anxiety, sometimes without speaking of it to anyone. These feelings are often brushed aside as just part of getting older, but they are not inevitable. Gentle, consistent movement can help ease the fog. Whether it's a simple stroll in the morning air or light stretching before bed, exercise provides a space where the mind can breathe and the heart can feel something different, something lighter. Think of movement not as effort, but as permission. Permission to release a worry, to feel capable again, to laugh or cry or simply exist without judgment. Every time we move, we invite peace back into the room. And when that peace enters, the emotional burdens we carry begin to feel just a little bit lighter, more manageable, more human. 3. Exercise enhances sleep and mental clarity. Sleep is the brain's nightly cleaning service. During rest, it processes memories, clears away toxins, and resets emotional balance. But as we age, restful sleep often becomes harder to come by. Tossing, turning, or waking too early can leave us foggy and fatigued the next day. This is where gentle exercise steps in as an unexpected ally. Physical activity during the day, especially in the morning or early afternoon, helps regulate our natural circadian rhythm. This means we fall asleep more easily and sleep more deeply, allowing the brain to do its nightly restoration. The clarity that follows a good night's sleep is more than just a refreshed feeling, it's a return to mental sharpness. With better sleep, seniors often find it easier to recall information, stay focused during conversation, and engage more fully in life's little joys. Exercise becomes the quiet rhythm that leads to rest, and rest becomes the foundation for mental clarity. Imagine waking up not to grogginess, but to a soft sense of readiness. Your thoughts come smoother, your words are clearer, and the world feels just a little less confusing. This is the power of sleep restored by movement. It's not flashy, but it is profound, and it begins with something as simple as moving your body with love and intention. 4. Movement increases blood flow to the brain. Every heartbeat is a gift to the brain. When we move, our hearts pump faster, sending a fresh flow of oxygen and nutrients to every corner of our body, including our mind. This increased blood flow nourishes brain tissue, improves cognitive performance, and even helps clear away the plaques that are associated with diseases like Alzheimer's. It's a biological symphony playing in our favor, one that starts with a simple decision to move. The science is clear, but the feeling is even clearer. Seniors who walk, cycle, or even dance regularly often describe feeling more alive, more present. That's not just sentiment, it's physiology in action. The brain, receiving what it needs, begins to operate more smoothly, more efficiently. It becomes easier to concentrate, to process emotions, and to maintain a steady sense of self. It's a quiet kind of empowerment, to know that each breath, each step, each moment of movement is fueling your brain's ability to stay connected and alert. Movement becomes not just an action, but a lifeline to the parts of ourselves we wish to keep whole and bright. 5. Exercise supports the hippocampus in memory. Memory is the thread that ties our lives together. It's the names of our grandchildren, the scent of a favorite meal, the song that played at our wedding. And as we age, one of the greatest fears is losing these threads, forgetting the very stories that define us. But regular physical activity has been shown to protect and even enlarge the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. This effect is especially profound in older adults. Walking, in particular, has been linked to better memory retention and a slower rate of cognitive decline. It's as if the rhythmic motion of our steps helps to keep our memories in place, walking them gently back to us day by day. The hippocampus, once thought to wither with age, finds new life in the simple cadence of movement. There is something deeply comforting in knowing that our memories are not entirely at the mercy of time. That through movement, we can stitch the fabric of our lives back together, one recollection, one familiar face, one beloved story at a time. 6. Movement encourages mind-body connection. As we grow older, we sometimes begin to feel like strangers to our own bodies, slower, stiffer, unsure. But through practices that combine gentle movement with awareness, like yoga, tai chi, or mindful walking, we begin to reconnect. These activities don't just strengthen muscles or improve balance, they heighten the dialogue between mind and body. This mind-body connection is essential for brain health. It teaches us to listen again, to our posture, our breath, our rhythm. And in doing so, it awakens neural pathways that support coordination, memory, and even emotional regulation. The act of moving with intention becomes an act of mental refinement. Each movement says, I am still here. I am aware. I am whole. In this awareness, we reclaim a sense of self that aging sometimes tries to blur. And in reclaiming that self, the brain finds new strength in its ancient companion, the body. 7. Social exercise builds emotional and cognitive strength. There's a unique kind of magic that happens when we move with others. Whether it's a water aerobics class, a morning walking group, or dancing at a community center, the blend of movement and connection has a deep impact on brain health. Social interaction is one of the strongest predictors of emotional resilience and cognitive function in older adults. When we exercise with others, we do more than just work our muscles, we engage in conversation, laughter, shared effort. These social cues stimulate multiple areas of the brain at once, keeping us mentally flexible and emotionally grounded. We feel seen, supported, and included, all vital elements for mental well-being. In a time when loneliness can feel like a quiet shadow, group movement becomes a form of light. It pulls us back into community, into shared purpose, and into the truth that we are never alone in this journey. And in that shared space, the brain thrives. As the candle burns lower and our reflection comes to a close, let us carry with us this simple but profound truth: the brain is not a fading light, but a living flame. One that, with gentle motion, can continue to burn bright, even in the softest seasons of life. Exercise is not about youth or vanity, it is about vitality, presence, and dignity. It is about standing in the truth of who we are and choosing, again and again, to move toward the light. So whether it's a slow walk at dusk, a stretch before breakfast, or a shared dance in the living room, let that movement be your gift to your mind. Not just for today, but for all the days still to come. If this message spoke to your heart, please like this video, subscribe to our channel Lantern of Time, and ring the bell so you can join us again for more gentle journeys of memory and meaning. Until then, keep moving gently. Your brain is listening. And it's grateful.